lines of distribution. The workshop to collect comments on the draft law on water resources amended. Leaders of the Supreme People's Court worked with court cadres of the two-level People's Court of Kansas City. A resolution on strengthening the party's leadership in organizing the implementation of the project on development of data application on population electronic identification and authentication for national digital transformation. Hello and very warm welcome to another edition of Kansas News and Top News today. On August 7th morning in Kansas City, the Committee on Science, Technology and Environment of the National Assembly organized a workshop to collect comments on the draft law on water resources amended. More than 100 delegates from certain provinces attended the workshop.
Speaking at the opening of the workshop, standing member of the committee Nguyễn Ngọc Sơn said that at the third session of the 15th National Assembly, the National Assembly gave comments on the draft law on water resources amended, with 10 chapters and 63 articles. After the meeting, the verifying agency coordinated with the agency in charge of drafting to review, receive, revise, and complete the draft to prepare for this workshop.
On August 6th afternoon, Politburo member, Party Central Secretary, Chief Justice of the Supreme People's Court, Nguyễn Hòa Bình, Deputy Chief of the Supreme People's Court, Phạm Quốc Hưng, came to work with court cadres of the two-level People's Court of Kansas City. Receiving and working with the delegation were leaders of Kansas City Party Committee and People's Committee. In the past 10 months, the People's Court of Kansas City has handled more than 12,350 cases, an increase of over 2,065 cases over the same period, and the trial work reached 68%. During the trial period, the two-level People's Court always focuses on reconciliation and dialogue, so the rate of successful reconciliation reached over 50%. The quality of trials has improved. The judicial reform has been raised without any hotspots and wrongful convictions, contributing to fortifying security in the city. Difficulties in the performance of the task are the judicial work is overloaded due to the increase in the number of cases. Coordination in the provision of evidence was slow, shortage of personnel, such as secretary, accountants. Comrade Nguyễn Hòa Bình highly appreciated the performance of the two-level People's Court of Kansas City, noting that, besides judicial reform, the unit needs to continue to pay attention to party building and build an exemplary staff to well-perform tasks. The Standing Committee of Kansas City Party Committee has just issued a resolution on strengthening the party's leadership in organizing the implementation of the project on development of data application on population electronic identification and authentication for national digital transformation in the period of 2022-2025 with vision to 2030, or Project 06 for short.
In the period of 2023 to 2025, 100% of administrative procedures are provided in the form of online public services and are electronically identified and authenticated. 100% of people and businesses using online public services are identified and verified electronically, smoothly, and consolidated on all information systems of all levels of government from central to local. In the period of 2025 to 2030, 80% or more of application forms and declarations have citizen information standardized uniformly as required from the original data of the National Database on Population. 100% of dossiers related to population management in districts and 80% of dossiers related to population management at commune level are processed in the network environment. To achieve the above-mentioned objectives, the resolution proposes major tasks and solutions such as enhancing the leadership of party committees and authorities, focus on building, supplementing, and perfecting synchronous and modern information technology infrastructure, connecting and sharing widely in the system of state management agencies.
The Education and Training Ministry is proposing to develop a resolution of the National Assembly piloting the generalization of preschool education for preschool children in some branches and cities. This policy aims to encourage and attract preschool teachers in the long run, striving to ensure sufficient norms for the number of kindergarten teachers as prescribed by 2030 and the rate of teachers with a preschool pedagogical college degree or higher will reach 90% by 2025 and 100% by 2030. The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism has just issued a set of criteria on cultural environment in traditional festivals. This is the basis for guiding the organizing committee to standardize criteria for building a cultural environment in traditional festivals, a measure to evaluate the management capacity as well as the effectiveness of organizing festival activities in localities.
The set of criteria includes 9 groups of general criteria related to the state management of festivals, investment in facilities and equipment, ensuring security and social order and safety, food safety and hygiene, fire and explosion prevention. In particular, cultural, artistic, sports, and entertainment activities must be joyful and healthy and meet people's enjoyment needs. Service business activities at monuments and festivals are committed to complying with the legal provisions on the provision of public services, regulations of the Festival Organizing Committee on the implementation of civilized lifestyle and cultural behavior.
On August 6 afternoon, the Organizing Committee of the 11th Delegates Congress of the Trade Union of Kansas City 2023-2028 term reviewed the rehearsal of the opening ceremony. The solemn session of the 11th Congress of the Trade Union of Kansas City for 2023-2028 term will open at 7:30 a.m. on August 9, 2023 at the hall of Kansas City Party Committee. Accordingly, delegates commented on adjusting some details of the welcome concert, adjusting some stage details such as LED screens and decorative flowers to create an excited and joyful atmosphere. According to the Department of Information and Communication, in July, the number of visitors and tourists to Kansas reached more than 481,000, bringing the total number of visitors and tourists in the past 7 months to 4,472,000, up 31% over the same period, reaching 86% of this year's plan.
This result is achieved because tourism businesses and ecological garden spots are constantly investing, improving, and opening new services. At the same time, in the past 7 months, the city and districts in the area have organized many attractive cultural and tourist events, attracting a large number of visitors, such as the Southern Folk Cake Festival, Garang Floating Market Cultural Tourism Day.
On August 5th, Nguyễn Văn Chiến, 70 years of age, residing in Phú Thứ Ward, Garang Upper District, Kansas City, caught a pangolin while laying a fishing rod near his home and then reported to authorities. Receiving the news, local authorities came to check and determined that this was a pangolin weighing about 8 kilograms. Authorities have contacted the Forest Protection Department under the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development of Kansas City to hand over. Pangolins are wild, rare, endangered animals, so they are listed as endangered and prohibited from hunting, trading, and consumption. And last but not least, we have the updated weather forecast. And that's it for this edition of Kansas News. If you want to watch again in this bulletin, please visit our website, kansastv.vn. And thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.